You might realise that I'm not starting this one out so confident, and I'll say this now: my soul hurts because I literally just I've went through this, and for some reason my recording device did not record anything. I am so upset. I am so upset that has now happened, because now I know what's going to happen for this, and I'm sorry that none of you will get my first reaction out of it, but I can't help it. I tried my best. But anyway, enough about me doing this. For you guys' sake, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to record all of this again because I want to show you guys this game. I want to. Wait a minute, and welcome. My name is Yuusha Anime, and welcome back to Corpse Party, Book of Shadows, Part 3. Now, as I already said, I know what's going to happen for the rest of this episode. I know all of the correct choices. I did actually make them correct the first try. But, yeah, that's why I'm not in the greatest of moods right now, so forgive me. But I'm recording it again right after realising it didn't record. But now I know the best way to find out if it's recording or not. So apologies about that. Hopefully this mistake will never happen again. But anyway, for you guys, we're going to go through this. We're going to see exactly what's going to happen. Well, I say we, but I'm on about you guys, of course. I need to shut up. So guys, Ikimashouka, let's fight fate. I'm not going to say anything until it happens.
気がつくと、私は校舎の3階にいた。
Hey, actually, I'll change something now because I noticed it early. Oh, it's already changed, so never mind. The background music was too much.
いつからここにいたのか。私の体の周りには、やはりまた黒い液体が水たまりを作っていた。私の股から流れ出たものだ。
Oh yes.
陰鬱な気持ちが広がっていく。けど、今はそれどころじゃない。聖子、私はまたあの子を一人にしてしまったんだ。
Yep. And guess what? You're gonna find out where she is very quickly. And kick in the first game. Because we all know. Oh god, music, calm down!
トイレの中から聞こえてくる。
Oh, yes, it was.
乱暴な音に緊張しながら、そっとトイレの中を覗いてみた。しんと張り詰めた空気の女子トイレの中。人の気配は全くしないけれど、奥から3つ目の扉が今動いたような気がする。
We gotta open it. We gotta open it.
ずっと感じていた違和感。私はこの先の成り行きを、未来の出来事を記憶している。
Because I had a feeling if we actually think about it before we open it, I think that'll actually result in something worse happening. I think it's a bad end, that one. I think there's quite a few bad ends in this one section.
こうなる前に止めなきゃいけなかったあの未来。私の記憶に焼き付いているあのイメージは。
Yep, the image of death. Ain't it brilliant? And here we begin.
現実。
Hello, Seiko!
聖子！
Yep. Oh god, I didn't hear the sound last time I went through this of the rope.
聖子、生きてるのね。今助けるから。
Yep. Oh,
うっすら
excuse
と
me.
悪い未来が見える。ここで間違っちゃいけない。
Yep.
まだ助けられるかもしれない。
Yep.
待ってて、今下ろしてあげる。何かないの？高い位置に体がある聖子を助けられるもの。何かない？
No, because we remember how that went in the first game, so no.
見える。ダメ。あのバケツ、穴が開くわ。
Yep.
聖子の首を私が折ってしまう。何か違う方法。まず首を守ってあげなきゃ。
Nope. Probably not the best to do that for the rope.
半ば意識を失いながら聖子は必死に体をバタバタさせてもがいている。それは生にしがみつこうとする意識を超えた体の反射。空をかく手足の動きに吊り下がった体はくるくる回りながら聖子の命は懸命に生きたがっているんだ。
Of course she wanted to live.
絶対助けるから。今度こそ助けるから。
She never wanted to die in the first place.
大丈夫。
Come on.
未来が見えるんだもの。今度は運命が味方してくれているんだもの。
Don't grab her body because that would just make it even worse. Because that would strangle her. I remember that as well.
これもダメ。体を引っ張って余計に首を絞めてしまう未来が見える。
Mm-hmm.
聖子、どうしよう。何か他に方法は。
And this is the one where it's correct. And it was a very simple solution as well. And it made the most sense to help the person breathe. Hoist her up on your
そう
shoulders.
だよ。とにかく体を浮かせてあげなきゃ。
Yes.
私は聖子の下に体をかがませると暴れる聖子の両足を無我夢中で押さえ込んで両肩に乗せた。
Mm-hmm.
腰に力を入れて聖子の体を持ち上げる。首と天井の支柱をピンとつないでいたロープが緩むと聖子の上半身は力なく個室の奥に倒れ込む。
Yep.
私
Come
は
on.
慌
Come
てて
on.
前に出て聖子の上半身を奥の壁に押し付けてもたれさせた。
Good, 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 good. And she can breathe. Come on. Just the sounds. Also, since I messed up, I'll tell you an interesting fact that some of you might not know. Seiko is actually the voice of Kuroko Kuroki, I think the last name was, but it was Kuroko from a certain magical index. Which, if you listen to her voice very closely, you can tell it's her, because she can do the perverted, funny-sounding girl very easily. And also quite a few goddesses from the Neptunia series, their voice actors are in this. If I remember, it's Purple Heart is in this. Who else? Vert is in this. Not Iris Heart. Uni and Noir. If I remember correctly, I think those four goddesses are actually voice actors in this game. This game has an incredible cast. And also Okazaki from Clannad. Freaking lad.
しっかりして息をして。
Come on, breathe.
息して息して。
Come on, come on, come on.
今ロープほどいてあげるからね。じっとしてて。全身の毛が逆立つ。私は運命に手を突っ込んだんだ。聖子の死を阻止できたんだ。
I'm gonna repeat what I originally said here. You gotta remember where you are. You cannot just think you're out of the woods just yet. You cannot think you're out of the woods just yet. When you're in a place like this, you have to be prepared for anything. And I also said this around this time because I was thinking, hold on a minute, if I remember correctly from the first game, didn't Seiko was actually hung up by Naomi when she was possessed by the spirit of Sachiko's mother, if I remember correctly. Where she was possessed by, I think that was what did possess her. I can't remember 100%. But I noticed this around this time as well. She doesn't remember any of that at all. She doesn't even know how Seiko got up there in the first place.
新しい世界に今入り込んだのを体中で感じていた。不思議だった。私の既視感、最悪の未来の記憶はこの先どうなったのかを 全く覚えていなかった。この子の死だけを強く記憶していたようだった。
Yep. And now I think about it, this actually kind of reminds me a little bit of Steins Gate with the quantum physics talk.
暴れるのをやめ、ぐったりとうなだれた聖子の首に手を伸ばして。
Oh yeah, by the way, Hollywood, leave Steins Gate alone, please. I don't want there to be a live-action Steins Gate, and if I dare see Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Mr. Brown, I'm going to flip.
首に食い込んでいたロープの結び目を手探りでほどいた。
Come on, breathe. Hold on a minute, I'll be back in a second. I just need to go to the loo. God dang it, why at a time like this, me? I'm not gonna hit the freaking pause button. I'm gonna see if I can remember to cut this bit out. I've got to remember as well that I've got to be a bit more cautious around my property because my roommate is, well, dorm mate is actually in his room, so I have to be a bit more careful with how I say things. But anyway, if I forgot to cut out, I apologize.
ほどけたロープを首から剥がすとメリメリと音がした。信じられないぐらい強く首に食い込んでいたのがわかる。悔しくてたまらない。
Because the items in this place are sometimes become like furniture, so they are much
今
stronger.
朝まであんなに楽しそうに笑っていたこの子が、私のこと気遣ってくれる優しいこの子が、どうしてこんなひどい目に遭わなきゃいけないのだろう。
I ask myself that every single time I think this game.
だけど今私と聖子は死の運命を乗り越えた。もう怖くない。二人いれば大丈夫だ。私は目の前で呼吸をしている聖子の顔を見て涙が止まらなかった。
You really have no idea, do you? I led Seiko out of the store and I gently laid her down on the bathroom floor. She was too weak to go any farther just yet.
聖子、バカ、なんで首なんかするの？
She didn't. She didn't. She didn't.
もう
She didn't.
聖子の体に頭を乗せる。温かい。もう離さない。この子を連れて行かせやしない。
Oh, my heart hurts. My heart hurts. Because I know what's coming. I know what's coming and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
大丈夫だから。ごめんね、聖子。もう一人にしないから。わかる？見える？私だよ、ナオミ。
And you're ready to have your hearts broken? Because at this moment is when I realise that Seiko does indeed remember that Naomi tried to hang her. Yeah.
聖子。
Oh dear.
どうしたの？私だよ。聖子の様子がおかしい。まるで恐ろしいものに再会したような、心の底から怯えきった表情で私を見据えて。
With good reason. She had really good reason to.
足をふらつかせながら立ち上がり、後ずさっていく。
Yep. You ready to have your hearts broken?
聖子
Because I ain't.
どうして意味がわからない。
I've already been through this and I don't want to see this happen again.
追いつかないと。待ってよ、どうしたの。私だよ、ナオミ。聖子の後を追って駆け出
She
す。
knows.
廊下の隅から階段へ入ろうとした。その時
If any of you remember what's there, I think you know what's coming. I think you know. And
ちょっと
I hate every single bit about this situation. I hate every single thing about this situation. Because she did nothing wrong. The whole time. She's never done anything wrong. Yep. You ready? The wire. The freaking wire. When I first saw this, I thought she was going to have a leg cut off by the wire, but no, she gets decapitated by the freaking wire after falling down the stairs. This unfair bullshit. This unfair bullshit. Yeah, I forgot that bit was loud. And you ready for this little cow that I want to punt across a football field? Go on, Pikachu, laugh it all up. Lick it all up, I should say. This is when I remembered about quantum physics with this shit. Because it's hard to escape a fate if you turn back time in the same timeline. You cannot change it. The only way you can is if you're in another type of world line or cross over to an alternate version. This ain't an alternate version, Chief. Yep.
わかるかな。この学校で定まってしまった死の運命を変えることはできないの。
And one of probably the most depressing CGs I've ever seen is coming up.
一度目よりも二度目よりもひどい死に様かもしれない。
So now that means that everyone else we know as well could face a much worse fate than they already had in the bloody first game.
いい子。
Get out of my ear! Get out of my ear! I still don't appreciate
逃
it.
げる？できないって分かってるくせに。あなた1回目じゃないんだよね。
You know all too well. Fucking Sachiko.
お友達の新しい凄惨な死に様を。
How about no? Stop gorging on blood. Yep, and she's laughing in the background.
これほど残酷な悪意にさらされたことはなかった。私が余計な
And
ことを
this
した
tore
せい
my
で
soul, this one
聖
picture.
子は首を吊るよりもっとひどい姿になってしまった。
Yes, I'm gonna use this as the thumbnail. So guys, I mean, is it spoiler if I put it in the thumbnail? Is it really? This CG just depresses me.
私のせいで聖子の方に私の涙がポトポトと落ちる。
ポトポト。
額に、鼻に、口に、目に。だけど聖子は目をつぶらない。
They can't close.
焦点の定まらない目でじっと私を見つめ続けている。
I think the bit that gets me the most about this is that Naomi does not remember anything about why she was hung in the first place. Like, she doesn't remember it. And that is the bit that kills me the most about this one CG. After she thought she had finally saved her best friend.
聖子、今
Oh yes,
she starts talking
to her head.
何を思っているの？どうしてさっき私を見て駆け出したの？
Yep.
どうして怯えるみたいな顔したの？いくら問いかけても聖子は返事をしてくれなかった。
Nope,
何
she
があっても
wouldn't.
友達だって、ずっと一緒にいようねって言ってたのに。答えてよ、返事してよ、一人にしないでよ。まだ温かみの残る聖子の頭を抱きしめて、
Yeah.
無力な私
Oh,
は
God.
ただ慟哭することしかできなかった。
Just let it all out.
何もできない。
Just let it all out.
何も変えられない。張り巡らされた冷たい檻に吸い込まれるように、残酷な嘲笑と私の嗚咽が響き渡る。ここは紛れもなく地獄だった。
And this is the good end of the first chapter. This is the good end.
どうしてこんなひどい目に遭わなきゃいけないの？
The true end.
この
Even.
学校、ここから出して、誰か助けて！
Queen. An alternative universe tale. Number 1 clear. Oh, and also we got the because it's now unlocked because the damn thing didn't record. Thank you, freaking software. We actually did unlock a soul confession or something like that. Let me see what the name was again. Yeah, Soulful Testimonies, and it's Satomi Arais, which is the voice actress of Seiko. So now we've got her voice clip in there. And also, if you guys want me to get what's the thing? If you guys want me to get the all the bad endings in this game as well, please let me know down in the comments below. But now we're gonna jump into Demise. And I know this bit isn't going to be new to me either, but it's still disturbing even the second time round. Why was I lying on the ground? My vision was blurred and indistinct. Maybe it was the blow to the head, or maybe it was all the tears in my eyes. I'd been forced out through the infirmary door and tossed like a ragdoll into the hallway. Yep. You guys want to go on a fun roller coaster? If you remember the first game, and you remember Maya, you know exactly where this is going. I could barely breathe, and I was completely unable to move. I wished I could slip away into unconsciousness, but my agony was keeping me in the moment. My abdomen. Yep. I actually thought when I first went through this bit earlier that I was Yoshiki and Ayumi, because I thought I was going to be them for the second chapter, because that was how it was in the first game. But you will see exactly how wrong I was in a second. My abdomen. I put my hand to it without thinking, and a sharp pain flew through my palm as well. Looking down, that whole area of my body was soaked with blood and liberally pierced by large pieces of glass, many of them the size of drafting triangles, and they're pretty big shards. I was certain some of them must have sliced all the way into my internal organs. I'm sorry, Maeve. I'm so sorry that any of this ever had to happen to you. Why was this happening to me? Get out of my ear. No. And here comes... There's one thing I can never get past in these games. The sounds are on point. The sounds are perfect. Especially this, and I hate it. Get out of my ears, please. Through my veil of tears, I could just barely make out the face of a young girl with an unearthly blue glide at her. Shut up, damn it, frickin' string instruments. She was looking right at me and seemed concerned. No. As she got closer, I could read her expression more clearly. She was smiling and staring into my soul with one good eye and one empty socket. No, I don't want to play at all with you. No, I remember how that went. And these two kids come out as well. All at once I was pulled up into the air with incredible force by the others. The other two faintly glowing children. One of my arms was being held by the spirit of a young boy, while the other was being held by the spirit of what I assumed to be a little girl. Yeah, she was the youngest out of the three, if I remember correctly. I can tell for sure since everything above her jawline was missing, leaving me with no facial features to read. Yep. Her head was like a half-eaten fruit with bottom teeth in place of seeds. I could see her vocal cords flutter, her throat contract with every giggle. I really don't want to envision that again, thank you very much. No. Based on her size, I'd estimate she was still early grade school age, so just barely above 5, maybe even 7. She held my arm tightly, and her shadowy silhouette gazed at me innocently. Her voice box gyrated a little, and her throat opened and closed rhythmically, producing a gurgling sound. Might have been a chuckle. She then said, I'm pretty sure you can be the pain or something like that, or you can feel the pain, I think is what she was trying to say. I don't know. All three children were now staring right at me as if they were studying Anant's movements just before squishing it with their thumbs. Okay, you ready? In one single rough motion, I found myself flipped 90 degrees downward. I was facing the ground, and I could sense myself moving forward rapidly. You ready, guys? We're going to repeat what happened in the first game. 3, 2, 1, and... whee! Ready? That sound. That freaking sound. What a strange sensation. Do you know what? I actually didn't realise first time round that I was actually Mayu until this bit. I did not realise it at all whatsoever, and I felt like a fool for not realising it. I was now staring up at the wall from the floor. There was a large slavering of chunky red bits strewn all over it. Their dull earth tones clashed heavily with the wall's worn-out grey hues. It looked almost as if someone had winged a juicy pomegranate against it with all their might, except this was no pomegranate. It was a person. It was me. Yeah, it was you. It was you. Mai was very injusticed in this game when it first started. She was just like the first to go. She was the first, and we didn't even know until a bit later on. My limbs were ripped clean off, and my belly had burst open into a conglomeration of glistening blood entrails, and other miscellaneous body fluids. The force of the impact was enough to scatter parts of me all the way to the ceiling. I was an unsightly mess of slimy globules and viscera. The smell was intensely foul, but then it was a conglomeration of raw meat. After all, never mind the fact that it was my meat. And I was just a head, a severed head torn off at the neck on impact, staring up at what was left of me in my last few moments of consciousness. What I said at this point, if I remember correctly, I mentioned that with this very moment, the effect of that one is your brain technically is still active for at least 10 seconds if your head is suddenly decapitated from your body. And because of that, you can still process thoughts just before you die. It's fascinatingly disturbing, I guess is the way to put it. I didn't even realise the bones on the picture the first time. Holy God. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And now we start the chapter as Mayu, which I did not see coming originally when I started this. It's okay, Mayu. You can breathe. It's fine. Also, I'm going to get to the exact same point where I got to before I ended the recording. And I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to promise it. Because originally, I stopped at around like 3 hours and 15 minutes. And I'm still salty about it. I'm sorry, I'm still so salty. I literally just recorded. Attempted to record all this just before I started re-recording it. Because I figured that I found out that it hadn't recorded whatsoever. I'd never been so mad in a long time about it not recording. So, apologies if you can still hear that I'm annoyed. Anyway, moving on. It was what happened. So, this made me think, if we could see that, I thought, can everyone else see what happened to them before it can actually happen to them, and then they can change stuff? That's what I believe is going to be the case. But Mayu. Oh, Mayu. You're in Heavily Host. Welcome.
さっきまで教室で文化祭の片付けしてて。これ文化祭の出し物？
No, it's not.
そういえば5組がお化け屋敷やってるって。これがそうなの？
I'm sorry, Mai, but you're not, because you fell through the floor. There's no way that's the case.
やだ。私こういうの苦手。
Yeah, I don't blame you.
先生、篠崎さん、持田くん。
I just realised this is one hell of a send-off for Mayu, because she was going to be leaving this day, and then she was the first one to die. Just the first one to... Yeah, on the wall.
もう冗談やめにしよう。ね、みんな。
There was no response. There was only a deep, all-encompassing silence that hung in the air like fog. And it's not Silent Hill. It's not Silent Hill. All that. Sorry. I thought that was originally a tremor. I don't know what it is, but I think it's a tremor. Also, I just remembered this. Apparently, Silent Hill soon might be getting a remake. Not a reboot, but a remake. And I'm very, very worried on how they're gonna remake it, because that by far is my favourite horror series and always will be. Corpse Party is probably my favourite horror anime series. Well, horror visual novel series so far, unless I find something to overtake it, which is going to be pretty difficult. But I'm hoping to God they don't ruin it, because I would be infuriated as somebody who's been in love with that series for almost, it's like almost 8 years. 8 years now, wow. I don't think anybody wants to find this situation funny, Mayu.
そう言いながら、私は逆にこれは現実であると認識せざるを得なくなっていた。こんな大掛かりな舞台装置、プロの大道具さんにだって作れない。
Yep.
本物なの。ここ。
Yeah, it's the real thing.
どこなの？私どうしちゃったの？
Welcome to Heavenly Host Elementary, the hell for a lot of people in the visual novel world. The literal purgatory where you will hate everything.
みんなは
There somewhere.
やだ。助けてよ。しげに。
And here are the kids. Yeah, just run around me already, please. I hate this. I hate you going around my ears. Bugger off. Bugger off. Bugger off. Get out of my ears. Go on, go into the infirmary, you little shits.
今の子供嘘でしょ。あの子たちさっき夢に出てきた。
Yep, that's true. Oh yeah. I know that the ghosts aren't actually bad. They're being controlled by another force, which is why they're acting the way they are. But
嫌な予感がする。ここに入ったら取り返しがつかないことになるような気が。
I remember what to do for these bits, and it's going to be fairly simple. We don't go in, and then the part for Mayu truly begins.
自分の直感を信じてみた。
Yeah.
何より怖そうな保健室を覗くよりも誰かいないか探したい。
Yep. And I hoped you'd originally done this in the first game, because that was what got you killed. You literally just started right near it, and then you got literally in the worst place at the worst time the moment you get there.
私が現にこんな場所に飛ばされているんだもの。あの場にいたみんなもこの学校にいるかもしれない。
Yeah, I'm wondering who, if I remember, yeah, it's Shinazaki and Yoshiki. Them two are in the same part as Mayu.
しげ兄に会えたら
I don't know about Shigu.
頑張れる気がする。
I don't know about. I'm trying to remember what his first name was. I'm thinking it was Shigure, but I might be wrong. But I know his last name is Morishige. Book of Shadows Episode 2. Demise. Alrighty then. So, I'm just going to go to the places just now so you guys can see exactly what I saw. There's a large hole in the floor here. So, there is no way for us to get past here. So, let's stop at the lab. The door to the science lab is locked, which means that it's most likely that it can be opened. How or what way, I at the moment, at this time, don't know. I don't know just yet. But if we go over here, the stairwell is packed tightly with desks, making it completely impassable.
これは 私一人じゃ無理だよね。男の子がいてくれたらなんとかなるかもだけど。
I just actually thought of this now. Aren't they fixed? I thought they would have been fixed there like furniture, like they're immovable, like the doors half the time. So I'm now curious if they actually can be moved. Hello, Resurrex. Enjoy VR chat.
力仕事とかあんまり好きじゃないんだよね。文化祭のお汁粉屋さんの時。
Oh yeah, I remember this.
こういうブルーカラーの仕事は岸沼あたりが適任だ。
Yeah, I remember what I said here. The blue collar. In Japan, if you're ever interested in Japanese business, have a look at the history of how much it changed in the Meiji Restoration period, because it went from being the worst relationship ever into being one of the ones that goes to showing the most respect to the white collar workers, because the blue collar workers versus the white collar workers in the early 20s and 30s was the worst. And also, they hardly had any loyalty to whichever company. They were prioritizing how to get the most life skills over anything else. It was very fascinating to see how much it changed throughout that span of time, because it's really, really, really interesting.
なんて言って机運ぶのも面倒そうだったもんね。
I actually done a presentation for it in my university, the one that I'm now studying abroad in. And I think I actually got a perfect mark for it with my buddy. I was absolutely shocked by that. Alright, so let's have a look around here. I'm pretty sure there was nothing. Yeah. Oh, damn it. So, now we go here. Because the floor is no longer there. However, yep, there's a large hole in the floor here. It won't be possible to go any farther down the hall in this direction. Because now we can enter 3A. And this is indeed where I ended off the episode after I interacted with a few bits in here. And that body is still unsettling. Still very unsettling. But what can you do? There was nothing else to interact with, was there? Oh yeah, the writing. There's something written here in chalk. Smells so good. The smell of tasty meat. Where is it coming from? That gave me no darkening. Oh wow. Okay. Alright, so hello madam, time to interact with you again. It was a young girl. She seemed to be in her mid-teens. And she was wearing a school uniform, suggesting she was indeed another student from somewhere. But something wasn't right. Yep, she was dead. I remember when I first heard that, it freaked the life out of me when she shrieked, because I thought a jump scare was coming, but it wasn't. She was just saying that she just realised that the girl was dead. Yeah. I actually got really freaked out at that bit. Yeah. Yep. Oh wow, the ambience, I forgot about you. I wondered how much time had passed since she died. Externally, she still looked to be mostly intact. But her internal organs had clearly begun to decay, with various and sundry fluids leaking out onto the floor all around her. Drawing in for a more detailed look, I noticed that both her eyeballs had been stabbed with a pencil. And I actually mentioned, was she killed by Joker? Because I remember the ta-da thing. Yep. And this is when the situation really becomes difficult. Keisatsu, or Kyukyusha. Gentai, was it? I tried calling 110, Japan's emergency services, but the call wouldn't go through. Kengai. Kentai じゃなくて Genkai. Out of range.
ごめん。私、何もしてあげられないみたい。本当にごめんね。吐きそう。人間って死ぬとこんなになっちゃうんだ。
Yeah, kinda. And you ready for this? Because this scared the life out of me. You ready? Stuck away for a minute. That freaked the life out of me when I first heard that, because I was talking about the souls from the first game. Basically, the souls in the first game, I was surprised that I hadn't even encountered one out. I thought about it because there's two types of souls in this game. There's the blue souls and the orange souls. The blue souls are the peaceful souls who are still suffering. The orange souls are the murderous souls, the vengeful souls. And here we have the first blue soul of this game. Yure. Also, hitotama doesn't translate to ghost, but it can be said like that. It's actually a person's soul, because hito and tamashi. So hitotama.
お願い
Oh, I forgot you're in my ear.
私の体をかして
Yeah.
私の体を隠してあなたはこの遺体の人
Yeah.
遺体を隠してほしいの
Yep.
今の私を人に見られたくない
Of course you wouldn't.
どうしよう力になってあげた方がいいのかな
I chose try to help, because if I put walk away, I don't think anything would happen. But if I try to help, I think that maybe an object might show up at some point and it might be able to help. That's what I honestly thought, and I had created a separate save before this as well, just in case. So, try to help.
本当は埋葬してあげられたらいいんだけどせめて大きな布でもあれば
And also, before I end this now, search her body. Search her body. Oh, for God's sake. Search her body. For God's sake, that just raised my darkness instead. Right, let me step out once, because I remember you can get the tag. So let me just enter back one more time. Now I should be able to get it, question mark? Oh, okay, it must be that I've already collected it. That just raised my darkening even more, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Okay. So I'm going to save it now. So as you can see, it's the exact same bit that I originally saved it at. I am really annoyed it didn't save, and I'm sorry that I've been in a really down mood over this entire situation. But hopefully, either way, you would have enjoyed this episode. I know that this episode had a lot in it. It had so much in it. I mean, oh my god, so cool. I understood now why she wasn't in 3 anymore. Easily, well, she was mentioned here and there, but I can understand why she was hardly anywhere to be seen anymore. It's because of that. I didn't know until I had played just that earlier, and she did nothing wrong. She did nothing to deserve what happened to her. God damn it! But unfortunately, I am now out of time. So all I've got to say now is thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like video to subscribe if you want any more from me. And I shall see you in the next video. So did you guys. I will most certainly see you next time. Ah, my goodness. Let's go and have a nice nap. That sounds good.